Hi, welcome to the Dr. Wallach support group. I'm Breck. This is my channel. First episode. Thanks for joining me. Are you looking to transform your health? Are you looking for answers? Are you suffering yourself with a really bad health condition? 8 years ago, I was suffering with a really bad health condition, super bad digestive disease. I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is a form of Crohn's disease. It's in the same family as Crohn's disease. And the whole purpose of this channel is that I want to share amazing information that changed my life from a Nobel Prize nominated naturopathic physician. You know, back 8 years ago, I couldn't find any answers. I couldn't find anybody to help me. There wasn't anything that the doctors said that they could do, but just give me some suppositories and try and manage the symptoms. And I want to get into a little bit about where I was and how I got here today, because back then I had a terrible, terrible time. I was going through a terrible time. I was really suffering. Maybe you're suffering with your health. And, you know, I don't think that when you find things that it's by chance, but you know, it was by divine appointment. So if you're here, I'm thankful that you're here, and I know you're here for a purpose. And my whole purpose in this channel and sharing the information is because my life was so dramatically changed. My health was recovered. I didn't ever think it would be, and I was suffering so terribly that I'm so grateful to have my health back. And so I want to share this tremendous information with you. So I want to take you a little bit on a journey with me. 8 years ago, like I said, I was diagnosed with this terrible digestive disorder, and I would eat within 10 minutes, could be up to maybe 2 or 3 hours. I'd have to run to the bathroom. Whatever I ate would come out. I was bleeding. My wife thought I may have rectal cancer. I wasn't sleeping at all. I was up for 70 days, even with sleeping pills. I just couldn't sleep. And I also had these terribly cracked feet that were like daggers that were, you know, if I rubbed against my wife's leg in bed, she would just scream and, Breck, you got to do something about that. That hurts. It's so painful. So I was just, you know, early 40s. I was a mess. And I couldn't believe it. I went to college actually I got into my degree as in exercise science and minor in community health. And my whole purpose was to help people with their health. And, you know, I was listening to all the so-called experts, and my health, you know, turned terrible. It got really, really bad. And I was listening to everybody else and, you know, following their information of what I thought was healthy. You know, interesting. How do you know what healthy really is? Well, I didn't know, but I was just listening to the people who you know, were teaching me what they thought was healthy, and it really got me into trouble. So I had all these terrible health ailments, and I couldn't get any help. And then I was introduced to the amazing naturopathic physician by my mentor. He knew what I was going through, and he shared this information with me, and I started to educate myself and listen to what he was saying. And I have to be honest that I was a little skeptical in the beginning, because I didn't tell you, but my job is working with medical doctors. So all I knew was allopathic medicine, MD-directed medicine. You come in and see a doctor, they diagnose you, and then they manage your symptoms with medications. That's all I knew. And so when I was introduced to this naturopathic doctor, and he started talking about what the root cause of the symptom is, what the root cause of it is, then it started to make sense to me. But I was skeptical because I never heard that before. I never heard about a root cause or a cause and effect, because it was foreign to me. And so I started listening to Dr. Joel Wallach, and he was talking about all these diseases. I think he's helped people recover their health that had over 900 different diseases. And he would speak about what the cause of the disease was, and that everybody else was just dealing with the symptom. And a good example was, if you guys have ever seen weeds, like a weed in your backyard and you've gone to weed your backyard. Well, what happens if you just take a pair of weeding shears and just cut off the top of the weed? It grows back. What happens if you take it and pull it out by the roots? It doesn't grow back. And so that's exactly what Dr. Wallach was teaching, is if you address the root, the symptom will go away. Seems super simple, but we're not taught that. And that was the beauty of this naturopathic medicine and these divine principles, because our body it's designed by God to operate a specific way. And if we're ignorant of that way, then it doesn't function according to its design. Well, Dr. Wallach was given the divine principles and understanding of the body and how it was made, how it operates, what it needs, what it doesn't need. He discovered this at a young age, and he spent his entire life, over 40 years, in research and in application. He started off as a veterinarian, and he applied these principles to animals. And of course, they did amazing. And then he said, "This is so amazing. I've got to become a physician and share this with humans." And sure enough, it worked in human beings as well. And so I was introduced to him, and sure enough, within 90 days of making changes, becoming educated, my body started to recover. My feet started to smooth out. I started to sleep, and my digestive tract started to heal. And I was so amazed that I said, I've got to become a part of this, because Dr. Wallach's his dream is to build up an army to share this with the world, so that the world's health and the individuals would become healthy, and that they would live a life according to the design of the body, how the design of the body was intended, that they would learn those principles, apply them, and live a great, healthy life. And so he recently, one of his dreams has become a reality. He started the Institute of Holistic Health, and he offered a certification course. So I just became a certified holistic health coach, because I want to share this information. It's been so tremendous in helping me, my family. I want to share it with the world, and that's why I started this channel, and why I want to get his information into your hands. Also, what plays a big part for my wife and I, my wife had a stroke when she was carrying our daughter, Sarah. I believe she was 7 months pregnant, and our daughter was born with Down syndrome. And Dr. Wallach talks about Down syndrome, that it's not genetic, that all birth defects are a result of a nutrient deficiency. The interesting thing is that Sarah was born a year before we found Dr. Wallach. So we didn't have this information to be able to apply it and to be able to help my wife at the time and help Sarah with the pregnancy. But we're super thankful for Sarah, and we know that this is part of our journey and part of our message, because there's so many people out there that are suffering needlessly, and they don't know this information. It's not your fault. You don't know what you don't know. But when you get this information, it radically changes your life. You want to share it with the world. So I became a certified holistic health coach under Dr. Joe Wallach. And so this is what this page is all about. Now, it's just a short introduction. I thank you for joining me. We're going to start to do videos and share this information, and subscribe to this channel. Also, you can join us on Facebook at the Dr. Wallach support group and videos, where there is a ton of information, and there are some questions. It's a private group. There's some questions to answer, and we hope to see you there. And I hope to read your comments on the videos that come as Dr. Wallach and his principles unfold. And our goal is that you would live the healthiest, best life. So thanks for joining me. God bless you. And I'll see you on the next episode as we start to unfold what we've learned. Thanks so much.